Hello and welcome to a session of Fit Essentials. My name is Shauna. I'll be guiding you through class. Let's go ahead and come on up to our feet. Jill, I'll meet here. Okay. Here we go. All right, you're gonna bring our feet just underneath our hips, toes straight ahead, starting with our spinal cord breathing. You're gonna bring your arms around, forearms together, palms together, round down, tuck your hips under. On the inhale, we're gonna open. Breathe in, fill the air with lungs, fill the lungs with air, pardon me, looking up towards the ceiling, nice open breath, and then exhale, close it all down. Tuck it in, round it down. Spend about a minute here. Open, breathe, shoulders back and down. And exhale, fold through. Try to get as much air out of your lungs on the exhale. All right, gonna go one more after this. Last one. And release. All righty, from here, we're gonna take it into a side stretch. One hand on the hip, bring it up to overhead, follow with your gaze. Stretching over and across. And same thing, other side. Hand on the opposite hip, lift up, reach. Let's go once more each side. Reaching that palm across, peering up and down and switch. Same thing, up and across and relax. Fantastic. From there, we're going to go behind the back stretch. Interlace the fingers, extend those arms, lift the chest, keep the ribs tucked down. And now you're going to root down into your legs, send those hips back, pull the arms up to overhead. Nice deep breath into the back of the rib cage. One more breath here. And tuck it under, come on up. Very good. Let's go ahead and shake it out, step it out. Good. Shoulders back and down, opening through. Very good. From there, we're going to go just some nice big shoulder openers. We're going to reach in front, circle back. Good. 2 to 3 one way, and then we're going to reverse. 2 to 3 forward. Fantastic. Next, we're going to open up those hip flexors. Let's step your left foot forward, your right foot back. Interlace the hands. Stretch on up, lifting up out of those hips and shift that back foot forward, keeping through the heel of that front foot. And you want to make sure if you're too narrow, that knee is going to shoot forward. So have your stance long enough that when you shift the hip forward, squeezing that glute of that trail leg, that heel's planted, that shin's vertical, and then you're just going to gently bend to the side, grab the wrist, take it to the side and back. Squeeze the glute, side bend again and back. Last one, reach and shake it out. Same thing, other side. Your right foot forward this time. Nice long step of the left. Interlace, reaching up, lifting up, shift the hip. So we're looking to open the front side of the hip, squeeze the glute of the trail leg, eyes up, looking straight ahead. And relax. Very good. From here, we're going to make our way down to the floor, and we're going to be starting with our first session here quite soon. Walking it out, coming down to the knees, and stretching out those forearms, palms down, fingers rotate in, and just gently sit back. Rock it side to side. I don't actually have anything specifically on the forearms today, but just a chance to stretch it out. You were here yesterday in Thursday's class. We did quite a bit of support through the hands. Rotating side to side. I got the fingers interlaced. I forgot to tell you I switched. Just turn the hands in, rotate side to side. Fantastic. From here, toes together, knees divide, walk it out, child's position. Drop the hips back, drop the head down. And we're going to breathe into the back of the rib cage. Very good. From there, child's position, side stretch. We're going to walk the hands over to your left side. Take your right hand, stretch it nice and long, and then drop down from there, stretching out the side of the body. from the floor. Nice smooth breathing. Try to send the air into where you feel that tension. And then when you're ready, walk it to the other side. Walking it across and stretch that hand out. Drop down from there. Kind of peer underneath your left shoulder as you walk that left hand nice and long. Couple more breaths there. And release. Very good. Coming back to all fours. We're going to take it into a little cat-cow, cat-camel, however you prefer to call it. You're going to round your back, drop the head down, kind of blow the air out. And then we're going to arch and breathe in, looking up. Go ahead and find your rhythm there, back and forth a few times. Just waking up that spine a little bit more. Dropping the belly down, looking up. Very good. And rounding through, dropping that head down. Let's go 1 to 2 more. And we'll take it to the down dog next. Very nice. When you're ready, splay those fingers nice and wide, turn the toes under, drive the hip nice and high, and then you're going to gently pulse the head between the arms, pushing through the hands, opening up the back side of the body, and then go ahead and pedal out the heels. Drop one heel down and then the other. Fantastic. All right, from that heel pedal, we're going to take a nice long step forward of your left foot. So as long as you can, step it forward. There you go. Try to get that heel flat, somewhat near the hand. And we're just going to gently rock back and forth to start, opening up the hip. Today I'm feeling a little bit more tension in the back of the back trail leg here. And when you're ready, switching sides, stepping back your left foot and go back into down dog for a moment if you'd like. And then when you're ready, right leg, long step forward, side to side. Very good. I like to bring that foot on the outside of the hand. Just depends upon where you're comfortable. Just keeping that shin vertical. There you go. Very nice. All right, we're gonna go back to down dog. We're gonna go back to the left leg. This time before we swing that left leg forward, if you'd like, you can extend that leg, engage the glute, reach that left leg nice and high in the air. And then again, long step forward, taken up by the left hand. This time, instead of a side-to-side rock, we'll gently rotate the body. So we'll make these little mini circles through the hips. 2 to 3 to the right, and then 2 to 3 to the left. Very good. Got some lunging today. Second circuit. When you finish those rotations each way, step that left foot back. One more time into that down dog. Making our way to the right leg. If you'd like to extend that leg nice and long, reaching the foot up towards the ceiling, fire the glutes. And then long step forward, bringing that right foot by the right hand. Very nice. Little mini circles from there. 2 to 3 one direction, and then 2 to 3 the other. All right, once you finish those circles, go ahead and step that foot back. Come on down to your knees, and let's take it onto your back. We're going to stretch out that low back a bit before we get rolling. So shoulder blades back and down. Go ahead and lie back. And we'll start with our double kneaded chest, hugging both legs in. Rock your body side to side. Very good. From the double kneaded chest, we're going to put the feet flat on the ground. We have some single leg glute bridge in our first series. So we're going to warm up the double leg glute bridge first. So hands on the side. Gently rock your pelvis back, and then you're going to start to lift the hips off the ground. Try to come nice and slow, about one segment at a time. Not trying to see how high you can go on this first one. Just come up about 50 to 70% of the way, and then we'll take our way back down. One spine at a time coming down. We're going to spend about 30 to 45 seconds here, moving up and down this double leg glute bridge, squeezing the glutes, opening the hip, and pulling that chin in towards the chest. Very good. Down and relax. And up and forward when you're ready. Look at about 2 to 3 more in here. Pushing those hips nice and high, holding for 2 to 3 at the top, and then gently lower down. We want to really avoid, shouldn't feel any kind of pinching in the low back. If you are getting any kind of pinching in the lower part of the spine, first you can think about trying to elongate through the spine and not just jamming your back together, or don't go up quite as high. Last one, bringing it up and bringing it down. Fantastic. Next, let's go glute stretch. Straighten out that left leg, pull the right knee towards the right shoulder. Roll the ankle around a couple of times. 3 to 5 each way. And then bring the right leg across to the left shoulder. Good. From here, you're going to gently guide that leg up and down. Up. Very good. Once that glute starts to open up, when you're ready, we're going to release it and switch sides. Extend out that right leg, pull the left knee to the left shoulder. Actively pushing those thighs down on the right side. Roll the ankle around on the left. 3 to 5 one way, 3 to 5 the other. Very good. And then bringing it across the body, pulling that left knee towards the right shoulder. Saying hello to the glute on that side. Very nice. You can either hold it stationary or guide it up and down here. All right, once we finish these glute stretches here, we're gonna roll it back over. We've got 30-second intervals this morning. We're gonna go forearm plank with the option of the plank march. Then we're gonna roll it over, single leg glute bridge on the left. Then we'll go into a hollow body, single leg glute bridge on the right, and that will conclude our circuit. We'll do it 3 times through. So go ahead, kind of get ready into the plank. For the forearm march, you'll be down on the forearms. If you want to march, what that means is you reach one arm nice and long, and then you walk it in. And then you alternate sides, reach one arm long, and then the other. Stay nice and level as you march. All right, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Some of you already jumped in. Great work. Keep it rolling. Like I said, 30 seconds. Good. There's the first 15. Try to stay as level as you can as you raise that arm up. Very nice. Just reaching it straight out in front of the body. And 2, 1, and take it on to the back. All right, we're going to go glute bridge on the left first. So knees bent, feet flat. Shoulder blades come back and down. So I'm going to put my right leg straight up in the air. And then 2, 1, here we go. I'm pushing through that left foot, bridging the hips, and then controlling it down, driving it up. Good. Got 30 seconds here. Focus on holding those hips as level as you can as you fire through that left side. Very nice. A couple more. Straight up, control down, and 2, 1, and rest. Good. We're going to stay on our back. You can start with the tuck up with the knees bent, or if you feel ready for that straight leg, we're going to do that leg lowering abs. 2, 1, when you're ready. Focus on the lower core, pulling that low back into the floor. If you're going straight legs, really key, we're not letting that low back lift up. So I'm only lowering down as far as I can keep that tension and holding that position of the low back. So squeeze it in, rolling that pelvis down to the floor, holding that tension. 10 more seconds. Whew, makes the whole body shake. Maybe one more here. Control, control, control. Pull it up and rest. Very good. Single leg glute bridge on the right. So knees bent, feet flat. Send that left leg straight up in the air. And 2, 1, here we go. Drive the right foot. Hip nice and high. Good. Just have my arms down at the sides here. I kind of brace through that upper body a little bit as I drive through the leg. I'm kind of pushing down through my upper arms. The palms push into the ground. 10 more seconds. Good. Keep the breathing going. And 2, 1. Rest and rotate. Good job. We'll take 15 seconds. Coming back to the stomach. That's set 1. We're going to do it twice more. So headed back to that forearm plank. If you beat me there and want to start early, go for it. Otherwise, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Holding level. Very nice. Either a stationary forearm plank or the option to march one arm out and then the other. Good. I just think palm down towards the floor as I reach that hand straight out. You can imagine if I had somebody in front of me, I'd like be giving them a high five. That's it. And 2, 1. Rest and rotate onto your back. Left leg glute bridge. Knees bent. Starting with the feet flat. You can bring that right leg straight up. 2, 1. Begin. And similar to that double leg, you can start to get a little control in the top position, holding for 1 to 2 seconds. Squeeze. Sometimes like the longer we hold, the more fibers that we can wake up in that muscle. Good. 10 seconds. Nice solid breathing. And 2, 1, and relax. Good. So you can stick with that leg lowering abs, or you can progress it to a hollow body. I'll bring my arms up overhead, legs either straight or bent. 2, 1. For the hollow body, I lift up my head, I lift up my legs, I push my low back down, and I hold. This is what's called the hollow position. Then I can bring it down and rest. And I lift up, pulling my low back into the floor. Good. And rest. We're not on the other glute bridge yet. We're doing a little hollow in between sides, or if you did the glute bridge, then no problem. Just see some legs straight up in the air. There you go. Almost done with this hollow. Squeeze and hold and rest there. Alrighty, now we go to that right leg glute bridge, or if you already did it, do those leg lowering abs or hollow this time. Otherwise, right foot down, left foot up. 2, 1, here we go. Nice. End of set 2. We're going to do it one more time after this. Halfway through. Getting that nice strong contraction into that leg, pushing that right foot down, bridging that hip, and rest. Fantastic. 15 seconds. We'll be into set 3. Back to that forearm march. All right, place those forearms down in 2, 1. Here we go. Chin in, looking straight down between those forearms. You got your imaginary partner on the other side. Or maybe if you're there at home with somebody around, make it fun. High five each other during these. Exercise is always better as a game. Fantastic. 10 seconds left. Got a little bit more plank work later on in the workout with some plank drag throughs, kettlebell pull throughs underneath the body. 2, 1, and rotate. You got an extra 5 seconds there. All right, single leg glute bridge on the left. Final time. Knee bent, left foot down, right foot up. 2, 1, here we go. Yep. Nice solid lift, squeeze, and hold. Very good. Halfway through. Fantastic. Another 5 seconds. Give about 2 more good reps. Up and pause. Down. And last one. And rotate. Good job. In between sides, we're doing that hollow body, leg lowering abs. I'm going to go back to the hollow, taking the arms up to overhead. 2, 1. Here we go. So I lift the upper body, lift the lower body, push that low back down. Breathe and squeeze. This is not an easy position. If you start to arch that low back, please come down. Or anytime you need a break, pause, and then lengthen from fingertip to the tips of the toes. 10 seconds. Chin pulled in. Try not to arch the neck at all. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! All right, single leg glute bridge on the right, and then this part will be done. Left leg up, 2, 1, begin. Getting these glutes good and activated. We've got some lunging work next. Lunge to a high knee and a bent over row is our next circuit. Good, 10 seconds done. Your time to close the eyes, relax, feel the body working. Let's get 2 to 3 more. Driving it up, pause, bring it down, and 2, 1, and rest. Very good. Let's roll onto your side. Let's stretch out those quads. Pick a side, come up on the elbow, grab the foot, pulling it back. Very nice. About 20 seconds each side. Like I said, we're getting ready for some lunges. If you don't quite feel ready for lunges, then we recommend like a partial range of motion. Also can call them like those giant steps. 2, 1, and release. Swing it around. Same thing other way. Taking care of the basics. Grab that foot, pull it back. Open up that front of the thigh. This will be a key stretch the next couple of days if you find yourself sore from the lunges, stretching out the quads and also the hips. We'll be doing some more glute and figure 4 stretches a little bit later as part of our cool down. 2, 1, go ahead and release there. All right, let's make our way up to our feet. Feel free on your way there, add in anything else you'd like. Otherwise, once you get up, let's grab a little bit of water. All right, like I mentioned, we're gonna be doing some lunging. Ideally, you wanna step back, front shin vertical, bringing that knee down to the floor, holding weight if you're able to go all the way. If you don't quite feel ready, you can just take a giant step back, okay, or come down as far as you are confident. And like I mentioned, we're gonna add the high knee. So you'll lunge, come forward, and raise that knee straight up. We're gonna be doing the reps all on one leg. Then we'll do the bent over row on the same side arm. And then we switch. All right. So let's go ahead and just do a couple squats. Make sure those legs are awake. So we've been on the floor for a little while. Get about 3 to 5 squats here. Heels down, chest up, sinking back and stand. Very good. All right, and paired with that lunge to high knee, it's going to be a bent over row. So you can stand in a long lunge from there, or use a box or a chair, bench to support that one hand. So either on the leg or on a piece of support. All right, and it's 40-second intervals, 3 sets. And if I say we're going to start on the left, you're going to have your left foot forward throughout. I'm going to be mirroring you, so it's going to be my right. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started here in 10 seconds. Again, on your left, or if you know that your opposite side is your dominant side, start on your non-dominant. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. Left foot stays planted, right foot back and down. Gently bring that knee down if you're going all the way. And bringing it to that high knee. Yep. Good. Jean, maybe just a little bit longer step back. There we go. Keeping that front shin vertical. Better. Good control. And driving through. Yep. Can't see the foot, so just make sure the heel of the front foot is planted. That's 30 seconds, everyone. heels down, chest up, and 2, 1, and transition. Great job. We're going to go single arm row on your left arm. Long stance, and 2, 1, here we go. Elbow nice and high, reach it forward. Turn your gaze so you're looking down towards your hand of the non-working arm. Shoulder down out of the ear. Kind of pause at the top, squeeze it in, and then reach. Breathe in to reach forward, exhale as you row. Very good. That's 30 seconds. We'll go 10 more. You can add just a little bit more pause in the top, squeeze, hold, and then reach. 2, 1, rest and rotate. Good. Back to the lunge. Now you're going to have your right leg forward. Left leg will step back. 10 seconds till we start. Eyes up. Nice deep breath. And 3, 2, 1, begin. Long step back. Good control. Bringing that knee down and bringing that knee up at the top. So lunge into that high knee. Very good. As you drive that knee up, try to lift the foot and toes. Keep the hips nice and stable. There we go. Good. Just take your time. Work that stability halfway through. Better. Really think about gripping the toes down to that support foot. So I pull through the heel of the front leg. That's 30 seconds. And 2, 1, and rotate. Good. Bend over row, right arm. 2, 1, here we go. Elbow nice and high. Turn that gaze down. Nice. Pull that elbow high above the torso. Squeeze it in. Pause on that top. Fantastic. Halfway through. There you go. Staying strong in the midline, supporting the back. Less than 10 seconds. We're over 30 in. 2, 1, and rotate. All right, that's round 1. Grab a drink. Any changes you need to the weights? We're going to start here in 20 seconds. All right, if you felt secure on that and you were going unweighted, if you want to add a little bit of weight, you can. Otherwise, just stick with your body weight. Good focus. All right, back with your right foot forward. Stepping back on your left. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Controlling down, stepping it forward to that high knee position. Good, hips nice and level. There you go, good control. So as I raise that knee, I lift the foot, I lift the toes. Try to kind of pause in that top position, show that control. Nice and smooth. Better. Yep. And step through. Nice. Maybe one more here. Whoop. 2, 1, and transition. Good work. Bend over row, left arm. 2, 1, and begin. Bend over row. Nice high elbow. Good. Looking straight ahead. I like to think about kind of activating a little bit more out of like my little ring finger and little finger. I just kind of think about pulling that little finger through the weight a little bit higher. Kind of helps kind of pull that elbow a little bit higher. 10 seconds left. Reach down, pull through. Just imagine if you had someone kind of like try to pull that elbow up towards the ceiling. 2, 1, rotate. Very good. Back to the lunge. This time with your right foot stepping back. Eyes up, ready, begin. Controlling that movement. Yep, see if you can have just a little bit control, more control at the top where you kind of pause with that knee lifted, holding those hips level, keeping the eyes up. There you go, good. You want to open the hips, standing tall. Fantastic. Kind of like, imagine just like that finish position. You have to show you have control and then step back in the next rep. Good, over 30 seconds in. 10 seconds left. And 2, 1, transition. Fantastic. End of set 2 here. We got the bent over row on the right arm. 3, 2, 1. Go for that row. Reach it forward. Pull it up. Remember to give a little attention to that ring and little finger. Trying to pull those through. We tend to work most with like our index and our middle finger. They're usually stronger. You can help get a little bit more action through that shoulder blade. Trying to activate those smaller fingers. Wake those guys up. Pull them all the way up and through. Grip them in. Nice. 10 seconds. 2, 1, and relax. Good. 30 seconds rest. Grab a drink. Any changes that you need to make for the last round. Well done. All right, going in 10. Be back on your left leg. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Lunge to high knee. Show that control at the top, and obviously control it down. Nice long step. Eyes up, chest up. So I like to pretend we're on the beach and I'm digging that front foot, digging that heel into the sand as deep as I can as I grip those toes down. Smooth, very good. That's 30 seconds, 10 to go. Keeping those hips level. Eyes up. 2, 1, and rotate. Good. Bend over row, left arm. 3, 2, 1. Here it is. Find that cycle. Up and down. Good, good smooth focus here. We're halfway through. Coming up next, we're gonna have 4 rounds. We'll be doing either a suitcase deadlift or a kettlebell or odd object swing. 30 seconds of that. Then we'll take it down to that forearm plank and the drag through. 2, 1, rest and rotate. Last time of the lunges, your right leg. After that plank drag through, we'll come up to our feet for either a side shuffle, a little bit of a grapevine, and then either some rebounding, marching, or a rest break. All right, everybody, get ready for those last lunges in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. It's about 12 minutes total. We work for 30 seconds, each exercise with 10 seconds rest in between. We're gonna do a couple stretches after this series here, and we'll get prepped. Halfway through these lunges, nice smooth work. Showing good control the whole way through. Yep. Still hit that finish position. Knee up, hips level, toes up. There it is. Fantastic. Good. Controlling down, driving through. Maybe one more. And 2, 1. Rest when you finish that rep. All right, final bent over row. Should be your right arm. And 2, 1, Here we row. It's Friday. Get into the really bad jokes. There you go. Eyes still looking straight ahead. Staying focused on that movement pattern, pulling that elbow high, squeezing that shoulder blade in towards the spine, the top of the rep. Fantastic. Over halfway. Let's get 2 more reps in. Up and hold, reach it down. Last one, and release. Woo. All right, set it down, shake it out. Let's grab a quick drink. All righty. Before we jump into the next one, I just want to open up the hips and low back a little bit more. Let's take it down to the floor. We're going to go seated figure 4. So you're going to take your left foot, cross it over the right thigh, and then walk that right leg in just a little bit. Shoulders back and down, kind of open the chest at the same time. And you can either hold it stationary or gently rock the hip side to side. See what feels best for your body. Nice work. And then from here, go ahead and release that side. Same thing on the opposite foot. Cross it over. Walk your left foot in. Sit tall up out of the spine. Pull those shoulders back. Staying engaged here. And when you're ready, go ahead and release that side. We're going to take that into seated twist. So extend your left leg straight out, cross your right foot over that leg, and then hug that leg in and work your way around. So like I mentioned, either 30 seconds, call it a suitcase deadlift, weights on the outside of the legs. Or if you have lighter weights and you want to do a swing, it's going to be more dynamic, you can do that. I'm going to start the first round with a deadlift. And then I'm going to do swings on the 3 later rounds. Go ahead and release and switch. Then you're going to want to have a moderate weight down on the floor. We'll come down to that plank position and you're going to be pulling the weight underneath your body. If you don't quite feel stable for that yet, then just hold a regular plank. Sit tall and breathe here, working your way through. Turn your gaze, you peer over that shoulder. There you go. A couple more breaths. And release. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and make your way back up to your feet. And we're going to do a little toe touch. So toes pointing straight ahead. Walk the feet in, chin to the chest, and we're going to slide the hands down the legs. Just make sure the back of the body is awake. If you are going to do the deadlifts, you want to make sure if you're going to take those especially smaller weights all the way to the floor, make sure you have that range of motion in the back of the legs. So if it's tough for you to touch the toes, then it may be best not to go quite all the way down. And we want to really focus when we're in the workout. Go ahead and stand tall, cross the arms over the chest. We want to have that long spine. So bowing forward, flat back, long spine. Yep, just a little bend in those knees. And this is going to be that hinging movement pattern, whether you're doing the deadlift or the swings. I'm just going to show just a moment of the two. So standing tall for the deadlift, I have the weights outside my legs, bowing forward, tapping the floor if it's appropriate, or going part way to the shins. On the later rounds, if you'd like to do a swing, if you have lighter weights, 1 weight in each hand, you'll swing them on the outside of the hips, and we bow forward when they swing back. We drive the glutes as they swing up. You don't want to overarch, straight up and down, and the hips are guiding the arms. Alrighty. Let me know if there's any questions. We're also going to be doing like a side shuffle, back and forth. Later rounds, if you want to grapevine it, that will be an option as well. Alrighty, we'll go in 30 seconds. Heat is on. All right, 15 seconds till we start. I do recommend starting with the deadlift, and then unless you're like, hey, all I have is like a nice light weight to swing. Standing tall, shoulders back and down, pull that belly in, bowing forward, and begin. Push through those legs, squeeze the glutes. Very good. On the swing, you want to hold the weight a little bit higher. So think pocket position in the bottom. You want to keep it close to your center of gravity. Better. Bowing forward and up. Nice. Down and up. Good. 5 seconds. And 2, 1, transition. Taking it down for that plank drag through. So weight on the floor, coming down to the forearms. 2, 1, and begin. You reach under the body, grab the weight, take it to the opposite side. So reach under, pull it across. Similar idea to when we did that plank march earlier, but now from a different orientation. Still want to stay as level as you can through the hips and shoulders. Halfway through. Very good. We're going to come up to our feet next. 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Alrighty, so we're going to come into like a little defensive stance, just crouching down a little bit low. And then when you're ready, just do a little side step. So no crossover yet, just side shuffle. There you go. Nice and light on the feet. Fantastic. Good. If you didn't want to shuffle, you can just do like that sideways monster walk. Good. Almost there. And rotate. Good. Rebounding or march or dance. Woo! There you go. If you want a little bit more rest before the next set, take it now. Otherwise, 10 more seconds. 2, 1, and rest. All right, set 2 coming up. Gene on your swings. Just make sure your hands are really close to the inner thighs when you're bowing forward, and then straight up from there. So you don't want to be down at all. Keep it in tight. All right, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Hips, nice. Midline strong. Squeeze the glutes. You want to feel like you kind of generate that little pop, that little upward lift. Yep. Shouldn't have any strain on the back. If you start to feel any kind of strain, just take it down to a regular deadlift or even a good morning. 10 seconds left. Yep, keeping that breathing strong. 2, 1, transition. Plank drag through. Down to the floor. As soon as you get there, you can start. 2, 1, here we go. How tight can you hold as you shift the weight? Sometimes it helps to have your feet just slightly wider. Give a little bit more base of support if you're having trouble holding level. And really want to watch not to let those hips drop in. So hips level. I'd almost rather see them slightly piked than overarched. Last one. And up to the feet. Very good. So you can keep with that side shuffle, or if you'd like to do a little grapevine, you can cross in front, cross behind. Here we go. Nice work. You can step it out or jog it out. Yep. Fantastic. Getting that lateral movement in, changing up how we move the body. Fantastic. 10 seconds left. Rebounding or marching is next. 2, 1, and transition. So I'm just going to go like a regular rebound this time. Really good for our lymph system. Let's get that little bounce into the body. If it doesn't work for you to jump, if it doesn't feel good on your body, you can just really lightly bounce, where you keep your toes on the ground and your midfoot, and you just lightly bounce the heels. 10 seconds. There you go, good. 2, 1, and rest. All right, we're gonna take 20 seconds. We'll be back to set 3. Going in 10. Swings or deadlifts. 3, 2, 1, and begin. I'm gonna go back to the deadlifts. Bowing forward, squeezing the glute. There you go, nice work. Yep. Remember, don't feel like you're lifting with the arms. Feel like the arms are just the guides. They're just guiding the weight up, and the hips are doing the lifting. Hips are doing the heavy part. Fantastic. Couple more times. 2, 1, transition. Coming down to the floor on the forearms. Ready, begin. Dragging it under. Level midline. This is set 3 already. We're doing one more after this. Hold, support, breathe. Less than 10 seconds. 2, 1, transition. Good, lateral steps, lateral shuffle, or grapevine. And here we go. Cross in front, cross behind. Staying nice and light on the feet and nice and tall. When I cross over, I get a little bit taller. When I was doing that side shuffle, I was crouching down a little bit lower. However you want to do it. Have some fun. Make sure it feels good for your body. And we're almost there. 10 more seconds. Coming up next, march, rebound, or some running high knees. And transition. Go running high knees this time. There you go. Keep those knees nice and level, chest tall, eyes up. Woo! Heating up now, great work. 10 seconds left. And we'll have a 20-second rest to our final round. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job, we'll do it once more. All right, 10 seconds. Deadlifts or swings, or the standard good morning works great too. Ready, begin. If you're doing those swings, keep it close to the center of gravity. So hands high on the thighs, bowing forward, driving the hips, good. Yep, nice job on that good morning, holding strong in the midline. Ten seconds. Plank drag through next. 2, 1, transition. Down to the floor. You can start as soon as you get there. And our official 30 seconds starts now. Nice and level. Continue to lift up through that support shoulder. Hold as tight as you can through the midline. You shift the weight. Fantastic. Over halfway. There you go. Okay, one more. 2, 1, and up to the feet. Finishing exercises here. Back to that grapevine. Here we go. Moving and breathing, keeping it light. Keep it playful. Very good. 10 seconds left. And we'll finish with that last rebounding jumps, marching, or running high knees. You can always jump jack. I don't think we did jump jacks this week, maybe earlier in the week. And transition, final 30 seconds. Woo! There you go. Clap the hands, generate that energy. Fantastic, 15 seconds left. There you go. Final 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, all done. All right, high fives. Nice work, give yourself a round of applause. All right, let's walk it out. See if you can find somewhere to either prop your toe up against a wall or a box or a chair, or to drop your heel if you have a stair nearby. Drop your heel off the edge. I can drop my heel off this yoga block. So sitting back, dropping the heel down, let's stretch those calves. Very good. Holding about another 10 seconds here. 2, 1, and switch. Same thing other side. So either propping the toe up, leaning into it, or if you have somewhere that you can drop the heel off the edge, that's great too. Let's get a nice stretch in the back of the lower calf. Breathe. 2, 1, and relax there. Very good. From there, we're going to go into a quad stretch. Standing tall, working on a little bit of balance here. You can go back to the floor if you'd like to do it how we did it in the warm-up, side lying on the floor. Otherwise, grab the heel, working that balance. What do I say? Laugh at yourself when you mess up. And we want to make sure we're not shifting to those hips here. So holding as level as you can, lifting everything up and switching sides. Set that foot down, standing tall, pull the heel towards the glute. Ideally, we want to be able to touch that heel to the glute. It's a common thing that people are not able to do, but doesn't mean that we still don't want to work towards it. Shows that we have adequate length in the quads. Kind of relates up into the hip flexors a little bit. When those hip flexors get tight from sitting a lot, guess what? It puts pressure on the low back. Go and release that side because they attach to the front of the spine and it pulls us into extension when these front guys get tight. So another good stretch for that would be, call it like the Samson stretch. Let's step your left foot forward, right foot back, and we're gonna raise up, lifting up, shifting that hip forward, squeeze the glute of that trail leg. Fire it forward, eyes up, chest up. And now instead of side bending, on this one, we're gonna rotate. So you can just gently rotate towards that front leg, making sure the heel's planted on the front foot. Very good, switch it out, shake it out. Same thing other side, interlace, stretch up, lift up, shift the back hip forward, squeeze the bum of that trail leg. Very good, and then rotate. Eyes up, turn towards the front, back to center, rotate, one more time, back, rotate, and switch. Good. So you can either stay up here, we're going to add the tricep to it, or if you're good to come down to the knee, bring it on down. From here, similar idea. Now, like I said, we're going to go tricep stretch. So we don't want to sway back, ribs down, chin in, bend that arm, reach up, grab that arm. And now we can still shift the hip and add the side bend. Breathe in to lengthen, exhale as you side bend. Good, couple more. Very good, and switch sides. Step it forward, step it back. Either staying tall or bringing that knee down, reaching up, bend the arm, grab the arm, and bending to the side on this one. Good, up and down a few times. Very good. Last one. And release. All right. From here, let's take it onto our backs. We're going to stretch out the low back and finish with our figure 4. So pulling the legs into the chest, gently rock side to side. I'm going to take that into 2 knee twist. Arms out to the side, knees up and together. Bring one leg across. Turn the head. Look over the opposite side. And then up and across. 2 to 3 times each way. You determine how far into that twist you want to go. Very good. Even yourself out on both sides. And then our last one, second to last, we'll finish a little happy baby. Right foot crosses over that left thigh. Reach between the leg with the right hand and gently hug it in. Great time to close the eyes and breathe. Invite that hip to open. If you'd like to add the sciatic nerve into it, you can extend your left leg, point the foot to the ceiling, pull the foot back towards your face, and bend that knee down and in. 2 to 3 times more here. Up, point, lift, and bend it down. Good. Last one. Up, point, lift, and taking it down. Very good. Same thing, other leg. Hugging that side in. Smooth breathing on this side. And then when you're ready, extend the right leg. Point the foot. Flex or pull the toes back towards your face. Bend that knee down. Good. A few more on your own. Nice, good breathing. Let the body relax. Switch into that recovery mode and relax. All righty, so happy baby to finish. We're gonna go elbows on the inside of the knee, grab the outside of the shins, ankles, or maybe you can reach up to your feet, especially if you don't have shoes on. And we're gonna use those elbows to drive those thighs nice and wide. And then just like a happy baby in the crib, we're gonna gently rock the hips side to side. Cooing is optional, but maybe it'll feel really good. You're in the comfort of your own home, or maybe you get to be outside at a park somewhere. Fantastic. Good. Anything else that you want to add in from there? If you like that plow position, bringing the feet over the head, you could go there, or just take some time to lie flat on the back and breathe. Whatever you decide to do with your time, thank you so much for the time you spent here. Happy to have you. And stay healthy, stay vital. We'll look to see you next time.